Oh my God, these clouds are pissing me off. What if I'm just tired, irritated, turned off? Oh shit. Can we get into it? You make terrible choices. Yeah, babysitting, like that's not my job. And I was the oldest daughter. Welcome back to my channel. It's Mena Adubea. Thank you for joining me. In this video, I want to have a girls chat. There's so many things to talk about, and what a better place to do it, because I've touched on a few of these topics in my vlogs, but let's talk about it here in one dedicated video, honey. Links to all products that I'm using are going to be down below. You can also scan right here if you're watching on TV and get to my LTK page. You can download the app, that's free. You can also access all of the content that I post. Follow me on all socials and let's get into it. First product I'm using is this Fenty Beauty Grip Trip Mattifying and Blurring Primer. Okay, I don't know about you and your For You page on TikTok, but I have been seeing a lot of content talking about eldest daughters, and I talked about it in a recent vlog, but there's so much more that I want to say, so let's dive into it here. Now, in the comments down below, let me know if you are an eldest daughter. If you are an only daughter, then it's almost the same thing, but actually no. Come to think of it, part of it is having siblings, so no. Okay, yeah, you have to literally just be an eldest daughter, so you have to have siblings, okay? Younger than you. Yeah, younger than you, right? Because I'm not, I'll get into it. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so let me know in the comments down below. Now, let me explain where I fall in the order of my siblings. I am number 3 out of 4. That's why I paused for a second. I'm like, hold on a second. I'm 3 out of 4, but my oldest sibling is a boy, a guy. So yeah, you can still be an eldest daughter even if you aren't the oldest in the family. You feel me? There's so much content that I've been seeing, and you know how TikTok is. Once you see something, they keep on showing you more. Where's the foundation? Hold on. Where the hell? Oh, it's right in front of me. I'm so annoyed. I hope this matches me. We're gonna find out today. This is a Patrick Ta foundation. This is the Major Skin Hydra. Ooh, Hydra. Okay, let's do it. Whatever. It's Rich Neutral 30, okay? So there's so much content that I'm seeing, and it's making me reflect a lot. And oh shit, no, hold on. Oh no, oh crap, no. This is a beautiful color, but it's not mine. Oh crap, no, there's no way. No, I can't use this, hold on. Wow, it doesn't look that dark in the bottle. Oh yes, this is a very deep color. No way this is my color. I wouldn't even be this shade in the summertime. Correct. Okay, let's do the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This is the shade 28.5, because this one is deep on me, but I like it, and it's gonna all come together. You already know how I do it, okay? So there's so many takes on this whole eldest daughter thing, and I resonate with so much of it. And I won't lie to you, part of me is like, well, I want to have this conversation in public, because what I love is we are having these conversations in public. We're not suffering in silence any longer, especially with the way social media is now in storytelling. But then with the way that I grew up, and if you're a Ghanaian or any West African native, or your family is from any of the West African countries, then you might agree with me when I say you are raised to keep family stuff at home. You feel what I'm saying? But these days, there's a lot of people who are finding freedom in connecting with others. I know this is dark, it's gonna all come together, online. And I'm like, I have stuff I wanna share, and I don't wanna feel like I'm being pacified because of the culture in which I grew up. And it's not like someone has said that explicitly. It's just, that's just how life goes. You know, there's some people who were raised, and look, I don't know how they were raised. Life is how life is for them, and they be online telling everything, you feel me? And there's a way to share stories, in my opinion, and it's very salacious, and you can tell that from my perspective, the goal is to be messy. That's most certainly not my goal right now, but there's some things that I want to talk about when it comes to my experience growing up. So here we go. Now, I never even thought that this was a problem. You see, I never had the words to describe or dissect what it is that I experienced until maybe a few years ago, or maybe even a few months ago. I mean, it took these videos where you'd have women who say, when it comes to an eldest daughter, don't just say to her, if you need anything, let me know, because she's not gonna let you know, right? So that's one of the things that I saw, and I was like, oh crap, that is so true. Because as an eldest daughter and having younger siblings, you're almost the second mom. Now, I know that there are varying degrees of that, but you're made to be the second mom, and it's so unfortunate now. I do understand that there are some boys who grow up being put in nurturing roles in their homes, taking care of siblings, and we get all that, right? But the whole idea is that we also know that the majority of women girls are raised to be nurturers, okay? So let's talk about that, not about the boys who are raised to cook and also nurture, okay? So having younger siblings means, oh, this is the two-faced born this way, concealing the shade maple. Having the younger siblings means you're gonna help out, right? You're gonna end up being a second mom. And I remember resenting that growing up, but I just thought it was more, when I look back at it, I thought it was just more, hey, listen, I have my own life. I'm a teenager. I want to do things with my friends. I don't wanna be here babysitting. Like, that's not my job. That's not what I signed up to do. Hell, I didn't sign up for anything actually. I just wanna be a child. But I know that I had a lot of responsibilities. Now, the thing about this that I'm not confused, but hear me when I say this, that is a little bit confusing about it is I recognize, and I don't mean to literally allow me, right? I recognize that when I watch the videos online, there are some people who really have harbored huge resentment toward family members about how they were raised. I don't have that feeling. It's more, you know what? I wish I didn't have to. I wish I didn't have to carry that burden. Ooh, not the clouds acting up outside. It's more, I wish I didn't have that burden. I wish that I was protected. I wish that I was considered. I wish I could have just been a child and not all of this. And it doesn't just stop at babysitting, it's other things. Just having responsibilities in the home that maybe could have waited until I was older or just couldn't have been a thing at all. It's hard to say because on the one hand, and I believe it's coupled with my personality, it has benefited me a great deal because I'm the kind of person, ooh, this is really light. I need something different to blend it in a little bit. I'm the kind of person who's going to get things done, who is trustworthy, who is reliable, who is conscientious. I am a type A woman, and I like that actually. I like those attributes about me. I wouldn't want it any other way because I've had to figure life out on my own and it has benefited me as an adult woman. I wouldn't want it any other way. I just wouldn't. I like my stick-to-itiveness. I like my initiative. I like my drive. I value it so much. So I've reflected and I'm like, dang, so if it was another way, how would I be? How would I turn out to be as a woman? I don't even know. You feel me? So if you are an eldest daughter, what are your reflections on that? Because of course, back to my initial point, the parentification could have been curved a little bit. Like, why do I have to do all of this? Why can't he do it? Why can't she do it? You feel me? But perhaps this also was because of my age and it just, where is the concealer? Made sense at that time to have me do and carry the burden of certain things. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I also think that parents know which child can handle what. And I haven't ever asked it, but I firmly believe that this is true. That because a child knows who is responsible and who can carry certain burdens, they know who to give tasks to. So in a way, it's like, I wish I wasn't that one because then I could have been left alone a little bit. You feel me? This is Win Beauty. The shade is Understand. But again, as an adult now, I'm like, okay, having had these experiences, I like being responsible. I like being reliable. I like being able to handle my life and not feel like this is a lot. I'm gonna blend it, drowning every single day or every other day. I wouldn't want to be that person. I wouldn't want to feel like I needed to rely on people heavily. I don't even rely on anybody now, let alone if I felt like I couldn't handle life. Now, I don't mean that to be insensitive. I'm not talking about anyone who has any mental health issues, but I'm just saying everything is all good and kosher with you, but you be needing, not you, but somebody else, be needing mad support from someone just to get through life. That's not me. But even as I say that, I'm like, well, damn, if I ever had that feeling where I needed that uplifting and that support, is there a person or are there people that I could rely on? That's number one. And number two, would I take advantage of that? Because the thing is, I'm used to being the one that others would rely on. I'm used to problem solving myself. I saw this one video with a girl, which I actually just saw it. Dang, I can't say it the way she said it. Where was she? Hold on. Where was she? Right here.
People will tell eldest daughters, oh, you should be more comfortable.
Hold on. Okay, it's right here.
People will tell eldest daughters, oh, you should be more comfortable asking for help. Yeah, I thought about that, but then I realized that majority of the people around me are incompetent and can barely help themselves. So why would I be asking them for help when they're looking for me to help them?
Okay. Okay, now, this is not shots fired to anybody, okay? Because look, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that mess. This is just my experience. We're having a chit chat here, okay? People say that eldest daughters should just ask for help and say that they need help. But what she said, when she looked around at the people around her, they're incompetent. And what did she say? They're incompetent and what?
People will tell eldest daughters, oh, you should be more comfortable asking for help. Yeah, I thought about that, but then I realized that majority of the people around me are incompetent and can barely help themselves. So why would I be asking?
The majority of people who are around me are incompetent and can barely help themselves. This is Sunshine on TikTok. I don't know how to say it, okay? The majority of people who are around me are incompetent and can barely help themselves. Okay, again, no shots fired, but this is so funny. I just saw that today and I was like, yo, that's mad funny. That's mad funny because being someone who is easily relied upon, usually the leader in group projects in undergrad and grad school, not only would I just volunteer to be the leader, I like to have control of what's going on, admittedly, okay? And for that reason, I normally would be like, let's get this organized. Let's arrange this way. Let's get it this way. I don't overtake, but I certainly would step up. You feel what I'm saying? And with that personality, I feel what she's saying. If you're usually the person who others come to and want to talk to and want to dump on, and I say dump because in other videos I've talked about this. This lighting is pissing me off? Because in other videos I've talked about this where some people will, what's the word I want to use? Ignorantly, or not ignorantly, sloppily, carelessly. When other people will carelessly make you their unlicensed therapist. There's one thing to have friends and to vent and all that. I get all that. I love all that. There's health in that. But when it veers on, you really should be in therapy because now it's too much for me to handle. That's where the issue comes in. So I like what she's saying because she's like, these other people don't even know what the hell they're doing. They don't even know how to handle their own lives, okay? They're drowning or they need a lot of help. Hell, sometimes they be coming to me for help. So now how am I gonna come and say, oh, look, I need help too? The hell? That doesn't work. It don't make any sense. This is the ABH contour. The shade is, I don't even know. Is it Baton Contour? It just says Cast Shadow Smooth Blur Contour. Baton Contour. And that's the challenge because what I find, and I said this in a different video too, is that because of my personality, I end up, I don't know if it's attracting or what. Maybe that is attracting. I don't freaking know. I end up being around, okay, more type B people. And even when I look at family, maybe there's two of us who are type A. And everybody else is just like, just let me know what it is and I'll be there. And that's cool and that's cute, but what if I don't want to arrange this time? What if I don't want to be the one reaching out? What if I don't want to? What if I'm just tired, irritated, turned off, prefer to be left alone? Then what? You feel me? So when it comes to the personalities, I get it. It makes sense sometimes. Like, oh, she's got it under control. She can handle this. Let's call her. Okay, thank you so much. But after a while, leave me the hell alone. You feel me? And there's no specific example that I'm thinking of right now. I'm just talking in general. And even a video like this makes me think, if someone sees this, they're gonna take it personally. Like, please don't. It's not about anyone in particular. This is just a general conversation about what's like when I was a child and what it's just like in general, looking back and looking now. The hell, you know what I'm saying? I mean, who can I run to? Who can I run to? You feel what I'm saying? Who can I run to? Everybody's overloaded. Everybody's got a lot going on. And some people need more help than others. So who does the eldest daughter run to if not the therapist? But you gotta pay money for that. And you got people who call you for free. You know, they calling you for free, dumping it all on you. And you're like, damn, well, I was just trying to eat my watermelon and here you come with this. You know what I'm saying? It's just something else. It really, really is something else. So, and then the other thing that I saw another video, I think it might have been her. It might have been her. Sunshine? Look at I'm saying with an accent, I can't say it. I don't know how to say her name, but she's a beautiful woman and I love her content. And what kills it is we'll look like, and comment below if you agree with me, like it's all gravy. Like it's all good. Everything is polished. Everything, everything genuine. Everything genuine, it looks all good. So there isn't a lot of how are you. There's some. It's not like I'm saying nobody does it, but there isn't a lot of how are you really. How are you really is huge. Because have you seen the videos where people will be like, good morning, how are you? No. What did I see sometimes? You know how people are just on autopilot? Somebody might say, good morning, how are you? And let's say that the person actually gives you a truthful answer and it's not what you thought it would be. Oh, it's hell, I just got into a car accident. If the other person who spoke first is in autopilot, they might be like, okay, great, what can I get for you? Let's say that they're working at a restaurant. Okay, great, what can I get for you? And of course it shows that person is not listening. They didn't listen to you and just hear that you just said you were in an accident. or you're not having a good day, or you're feeling sad, they're in autopilot and they just want to go get on to the next thing versus listening to you, taking a moment to hear what you have to say and then attune to you. Attunement is key, but not a lot of folks even know what the hell attunement means. Hence why many times it's inappropriate for someone to even make you their therapist and you go find one because they don't even know how to attune to you. It's too much. It's too damn much. So back to my original point. Sometimes people don't even have the wherewithal, the capacity to even hold what you normally hold for them. So if I hold space for someone in a way that makes them feel confident and heard and validated, if I even tried it, first of all, when you know a lot, like Sunshine said, I mean, the website, her name is so annoying. Like she said, sometimes you're like, look, you hold space, you're very happy to attune to this person, you love them, we understand all of that, boom, 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 zoom, 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 we love the whole thing. But when you think about wanting to vent to them, when you know all that you know and how they behave, how they process, how they synthesize life, ain't no damn way you're gonna want to go to them with something you got going on, because you already know that the person is emotionally immature. You feel what I'm saying? I already know that you're immature. So why the hell would I go to you about this? Absolutely not. Don't play with me. Do not piss me off, okay? This is Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the shade Kunafa. It's so funny. It's actually called Baby Bake. Too freaking funny because it's so small. But that's the thing. That's the thing that's a challenge. And you know, sometimes you can't say stuff like that because then it's insensitive, but it's the freaking truth. And then some people might want to ask you, oh, why don't you say anything? Why don't you be sharing? Sharing how? Do you recognize that you're emotionally immature? And how do you tell someone that? You know, how do you tell someone that? Because for you or for me as an eldest daughter, one of the downsides, but again, I value it because it has helped me get through hard times in life. One of those downsides is I have to figure stuff out. I don't have the opportunity to be down. I don't. Have I been down? For sure. Life is just sometimes so damn dragging. Of course I've been down, but have I been down for long? Never. Never that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stuff gotta go on. I have things to do, okay? I have bills to pay. I have things to do. I ain't got time to be doing all this too long. You feel me? And then other people need me. Ooh, Lord. Other people need me. Do you understand? So the benefit of that is, yes, I'm able to get through life and look like, and not look like what I've been through. I do value that. I mean, I will be honest. I enjoy being strong, okay? But then I even hate saying that because then it just further validates that feeling or that assumption that people have, which is, oh, she's good. She doesn't have anything going on. She's okay. She doesn't need my help. She doesn't need any help. She's great. And it's like, no, the hell I'm not. So you see the confusion or the confliction there. I get that part. So what I'm saying is, yes, I value that I can handle life and not look a damn mess. But I don't value the idea that it leaves me stranded and out on an island emotionally because people expect that I don't have any needs. That's the problem that I have. So then how do you overcome that? Well, that's what Shashine was saying. People say ask for help, but then you look around and you're like, what the hell? The options are not good options. Now again, don't be coming to my video if you know me personally, think I'm talking about you. I'm not at all. We're having a general conversation. So the options ain't optioning in. Is that even you know what I'm saying? It ain't optioning in, you feel me? So then therein lies the problem. Therein lies the issue, and that's what makes it so challenging for me or anyone. If you agree, let me know in the comments down below. And if you don't, that's okay too. But that is a potential issue with eldest daughters. It's okay, so now who do I go to? I'm usually the one people come to. So now who do I go to? Where do I go? And then back to what I said earlier is asking the question again, are you actually okay? Are you really okay? Hey girl, long time. Have you been? Oh, I've been good. Someone who cares and understands, because someone might say, well, the person does care. That's why they ask, perhaps. But when you understand people around you and understand an eldest daughter, she needs you to ask again. Are you sure? Are you, or even, I love this, Sarah Jakes Roberts does this, or she's mentioned it before, she'll say, how's your heart? I love that question. How's your heart? Because on the outside, things might be looking great. You're successful, you're thriving, you're alive, you look healthy, you look happy, right? You look happy. I can be happy, right? I'm not walking around in a slumber. Like, that's not gonna work. But that doesn't mean, and let me say this too. Oh my God, somebody thoughts. That's not gonna work because I was not raised where the option was provided where I could, how do I want to say this? Well, no, because I was actually pretty angry growing up. Oh my God, this is getting, like, we're getting into a lot of different areas right now. And I'm going, and I'm saying all this stuff with no notes, okay? It's just off the dome. Okay, let me go back. Okay, asking the deeper question and saying, how are you really? How is your heart? That to me is, where is my mattifying powder? My brows are, you know what? I gotta just use this yellow. This is not what I wanted to do, but it's not gonna show too much. I need to mattify this. Okay, there we go. That question to me is invaluable and also very valuable. So it's invaluable because in my mind, that's just an easy thing to do. Just ask again. Like, hey girl, you sure? How's your heart? What's been on your mind lately? What are you thinking about lately? What are some things that are going on in you that you have not vocalized at all or have not vocalized in the past? What are the things that keep you up at night or that are constantly on your mind? Let's go deeper. That is both valuable and invaluable because when someone can do that, that person really sees you beyond the surface stuff, beyond the she's so put together, she must not need anything. If she did, she would have been looking like crap. I never look like what I'm going through, ever. And being an eldest daughter, being type A, being conscientious and organized and wanting and desiring and feeling more peaceful, in control as a result of needing to be in control growing up, but also not having control growing up. You understand the dichotomy? I'm all out of breath. Looking a whole mess is not going to help me. Looking a whole mess is not going to help me. It's not going to relax my nervous system. It's not going to do all of that. It's just going to piss me off even further when I have life to get through. You feel what I'm saying? So looking a whole hot mess and then having to walk through life looking like that, it would just never be my portion. So I would never look like what I'm going through. But does that mean that I'm not going through stuff? Absolutely not. Yo, stuff is going on. You feel me? Stuff is going on so hard. Stuff is going on real hard. In fact, so to even go by the, oh, well, she looks great, so she must be okay is really, really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. I mean, this is not my portion at all in Christ Jesus' name. It will never, ever, ever be my portion in Christ Jesus' name. But I want to bring up this example when you think about, and I can only think about a guy right now. What was his name? Is it the Mr. Doubtfire? Or you've seen these examples. These are men, obviously. I can't think of women, but I'm just giving you an example. People who always looking so happy, always look so put together, always looked like they had no problems in the world, when in fact they did have problems in the world. You feel me? So this was the Sephora 59 brush, by the way, and this one is the 50 brush. So going off of that is negligent. Now one might say, well, how am I supposed to know? I understand that. And the answer to that is, it's about knowing the person who's in your life, digging deeper, doing some research. When you know how this person is, I'll Google it literally. Cause I have a friend and I feel like she is wrestling with anxiety. She's never said this to me. So I don't know if she recognizes it. She might know it and she might be fighting against it. So she doesn't want to talk about it. She might not want to talk about it. I don't even know. I don't know. But I've picked up on things that I'm like, I think that she has anxiety. There are things that will worry me, right? But to say that I have anxiety, no, that's not my portion, right? And it's literally not even happening to me. But what I'm saying is, there are people who might be wrestling with something like that and then never say anything. But for me, because I like to do my best to be attuned to the people who are around me, especially my loved ones. Oh my God, these clouds are pissing me off. I like to make sure I understand them very well. I don't like to miss things. Meaning, I don't like to miss a cry for help when I could have been paying more attention and I could have realized it. That actually hurts my heart because highly conscientious, I want to get things done well. I want to do things correctly and I want to do them well. So when it comes to relationships, I want to do it well. So I want to be a good friend. I want to be a great friend, in fact. So it would just hurt my heart so much if I missed something. Like, damn it, hold on. I think all this time she was communicating to me that she was drowning, but I wasn't paying attention and I missed it. That would just kill me. So back to what I was saying, I have a friend who I think is anxious. And I never told her that I think that she's anxious. And she's not she's actually an eldest daughter too. Oh my God, I just realized that. I just had a live revelation. Oh my gosh, she's also an eldest daughter. Wow. Okay, that makes it so much more different now. Wow. Okay, so I understand that a lot better now. Yeah, she's never, oh my gosh. Okay, Denissa Myricks, Golden Hour, you know how I am. And then this is the Morphe M202. Oh crap, I just realized that because that means so much more. She's never said it out loud or spoke about it meaning her being worried or fearful or whatever, or overwhelmed, whatever. She's never said that, and it's probably because she's never been given the opportunity to say it. Wow. But you know what I thank God for? Because I know what this feels like, not the anxiety part. Of course, I have my day-to-day worries, and I'm very hyper vigilant because of life growing up and the whole 9 yards. Okay, I don't like it, but it has helped me. So that's what I'm saying. Like and then help. There's balance there. And feeling like I grew up living life on an island, all on my own. It helps me to attune to those people around me. So thinking about that right now, I'm like, dang. I really want to lock in on her even more because I believe that God has revealed this to me, although she's not said anything to me about it. Watch, you know what? I'm going to call her. I'm going to FaceTime. I want to see her face. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to ask her some very pointed questions because what I do normally, we don't talk often, because everyone's very, very busy. These days, I'm like, what are you doing for you? And she would be like, oh, nothing really. And she'll laugh and she'll be like, you always ask me this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm asking you because it's important. Because I want to know, what are you doing for you? And how are you feeling on the inside? Because it's important that you know that you have someone that you can talk to and that you understand that I see you. When you have someone that sees you, sees inside of you, sees your heart, sees beyond the laughs, sees beyond the smiles, sees beyond the I'm doing good, I'm fine. That's huge. Because I value people who see beyond that for me. There aren't a lot, okay? Hello? Attune to people around you. Hello? Alert, alert, alert. We need that attunement. We need that because it's just too much. It's not everyone who's gonna call you and just dump it all down. It's not everyone who's gonna do that. I wasn't raised that way. And again, it's not one of those things where someone said, we don't do, where's my contour? We don't do this. No, it was just, it didn't exist. It didn't exist. So if you don't do something, then it gives the impression that that is not allowed or we don't do that. That's what I understood life to be. So then I kept it all in. You have people who keep things in. So I'm not going to be the one to call anyone and just start going about all that's going on. Hell no, that's just not my personality. It's just never going to happen. You got to ask. And it's not even like I got to be digging stuff out of you. No, it's not that. It's just, and I saw another video about this, where's my blush, where the person was like, oh, did I show what this is? L'Oreal True Match. The shade is C12. I use this whenever I sit here. She was like, asking for help feels like begging. Yo, man, that says something to me. Juvia's Place. This is a blush palette, blushed. What blushed? Yeah. What's it called? Blush Rouge? That. Okay. Volume 6. Yeah. Hi. That, I felt that. I felt that so hard. For an eldest daughter, asking for help feels like begging. And I had to sit with that day that I heard this. Because I had to say, why? Why does it feel like begging? Look, I like to be reflective because 1, I'm introspective. 2, I like to figure things out. I am inquisitive. I want to know. Hence why I pay attention to people, because not only do I enjoy understanding people who are around me, because then I know how to move and what to do. I just like to understand everything. But number 2, I wish that people would do that for me. I wish that people would try to understand me. How about that? How about that? Because if you try to understand someone, it means you love them, isn't it? Why wouldn't you want to understand someone that you say you love? You should try to make sure you understand them so you can attune to them and make sure that you are loving them how they need to be loved. Amen? This is a whole different conversation, but let's go with it. Asking for help feels like begging. I had to think about that and I'm like, crap. Okay, this is the Pixie Beauty On The Glow Bronze. The shade is Soft Glow. Why does it feel like begging? Because normally people are asking us for help, right? Eldest daughters, look, don't leave me out here like this. This conversation is vulnerable for me. I mean, hell, having a conversation right now. Asking for help feels like begging because, and I'll talk for me, I'm normally the one being asked for help. And then it's scary because if I ask you, not that I've never asked for help, I have, I just don't do it often. Because then if I ask and you can't help me, I wish I never even asked you. Then I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have asked that person. But not only that, is it guilt? I don't know if it's guilt. There's that responsibility, okay, that burden, there we go. There's a burden there because normally if I'm the one being asked for help, if I'm the one who's the sounding board, if I'm the one who is the unlicensed therapist, when I come to you, it just feels awkward. The role switch feels awkward. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. It's unsettling. Yes, it's unsettling. Yes, that's what it is too. It's unsettling. It's odd. The role reverse is just odd. It's odd when I don't trust that person that I'm going to ask or am asking for help is competent enough. Like the video, competent enough meaning, can this person give me sound advice? Is this person mature? Is the person emotionally mature? Can this person attune to me in a healthy manner? Or can they not? Because there are some people, like I said, I don't want to ask you for advice because the way you process life is ridiculous. I would never. Why would I tell you that? Why would I come to you and tell you this? You make bad choices. Okay, can we get into it? You make terrible choices. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have my share of terrible choices. Jesus Lord. Of course I have them. Of course I have them. Of course I've, learned from them. Yeah, so it's not even, there are some things that after a while you need to learn from the past. So we get all that, right? But right now in 2025, it's like, some people, there's no way I would go to you about this stuff. You're not emotionally mature. And I've been seeing a lot of videos on that and memes and stuff. I think they're so helpful because once you know, then it's easy to pick and choose how you walk out a certain relationship. It really, really limits the frustration because I used to be very frustrated by that. That why is it that you can't handle life right now, or you can barely handle life and you got to be dumping it on me all the time? Who do I go to? There's some resentment that builds up about that. But once I started learning more about emotional maturity, and of course creating boundaries that help me feel happier and feel more at ease and more peaceful in my mind, my heart, my soul, and understanding that when it comes to emotional maturity, that's not something that I can change in someone, then I just know that when it comes to me as myself and then the relationship with said person, I know that in many ways it's a one-way street. And once I accepted that without bitterness and resentment, it was a lot healthier for me as an eldest daughter. Because accepting that for some relationships, one, you have that clarity and then you can make a decision. This is the Maybelline Express Brow. The shade is Ultra Slim Pencil and the shade is black. Okay. You've got that clarity and then it's your choice how you want to move forward in the relationship with that clarity. Once you know what it is, we're not trying to stick a square peg into a round hole. Hello. The person lacks the capacity to meet you in this way. So if you're going to keep that relationship, understand that you are going to continue to be the mature one and you're going to shoulder more of the emotional burden or the emotional load. So either you're going to be resentful about it while you're in that relationship or you're going to leave the relationship. Okay, you can do that. I love that. I love the evolution of, you know what? I don't care if we're blood. I am no longer speaking to you, or I'm going to choose when and how long I interact with you, or whatever in between, right? It's your freaking choice. I love that. I love choice, okay? But once I recognized that this relationship is imbalanced and I can see things and handle things in a way that this person or these people cannot, it was a lot healthier. It was a lot healthier because then my expectations make more sense. Okay, I like sensible expectations. I don't like foolishness. I didn't have time to be dealing with foolishness. We had too much to do. I had too much to do growing up. I had too much to worry about. And who did I go to? There was no one to go to. We just had friends. And we didn't know what the hell we were doing. Okay? We had some foolish people trying to make decisions and not know what the hell we're talking about, what the hell we're doing. So if I had to figure life out on my own, yes, there are times where I'd be resentful because I'm like, why can't you deal with this? Why are you melting over this? Do you know what life was like for me in my mind, in my heart, in my soul growing up? And you mean to tell me that as an adult, you're melting over this? I'll be honest. Yes, I have felt that way. Like, get it together. Get it the hell together. And that's another video I saw about eldest daughters. Like, you be so damn irritated by people that can't handle stuff. Certain things. I'm not trying to be insensitive. If you are an eldest daughter and you're watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it's not just the most basic things. It's like other stuff where you're like, is this person serious? You know. But then of course, you know, on one end you could think and say, well, it's not normal. This that they're going through is not normal. So it is normal for them to feel like they're underwater, right? And I'm being sarcastic as I say it. I get that. But then when you look back at what you had to go through emotionally, environmentally, whatever this is the Win Beauty Concealer in Understand. You just want to be like, they need to figure it out. Like, figure it the hell out. This is another video I saw. That's what I was getting at. Look, I had to figure out a lot. I had to figure out a lot. And even now I still gotta figure out a damn lot. So for sometimes it's just so irritating. It's like, you know what? I had to figure a lot of things out, and I can see that you don't be having to figure enough out in your life. So I'm gonna let you handle this on your own. Cause even now, today, I gotta figure things out. Don't piss me off. Get off my phone. You feel what I'm saying? Now, granted. I'm saying it this way on the video. Don't piss me off either. That ain't how I would say it, but it's definitely what I have thought before. Like, are you okay? Are you actually okay in life? Get it together. Kim, there are people dying. You know, like, damn, get it the hell together, okay? I know you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this color is so great under my brows. So when I think back, I mean, in some ways I'm like, wow, I wonder what life would have been like if I could have been emotionally safe, physically safe, just safe, spiritually safe. What would life have been like for me? You know, not parentified. How would my life have been? But because I don't know that, and I know how my life is now, and I know what I'm able to handle now, I don't know that I would want it to be different. But that's so hard to say out of the same mouth, because Sephora 71 brush, because I know how emotionally hard it was. I know how emotionally isolated I felt. I'm literally envisioning situations in my life that I experienced on my own. And I remember so vividly as I'm having this discussion right now, wishing that somebody would ask me if I was okay. Wishing that I felt safer. Wishing that I felt covered. Wishing that I could let these feelings out to someone that would understand me and help me. Wishing, literally wishing. So it's such an awkward place to be. And if you understand, comment and let me know. I mean, on one hand, it has made me stronger, but I hated a lot of it. Why would I want to go through that again? Why would I look back and say that it benefited me? Can I look back and say that it benefited me? A little, but I hated it. It shouldn't have been that way. Lord have mercy. You know that I'm a mom, okay? And I have one, and I praise God Almighty for my one. And it makes me think, like, if I had two, well, I have a son, so it wouldn't have been eldest daughter. Okay, that idea is out the window. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say, you know how you have siblings, or if you are a sibling, you can be a guy. I doubt a guy's watching this. Hear me out. And they just make the older child, again, the parent. And I mean, hindsight, well, I'll just say this as a millennial. Am I a millennial? What the hell am I? Whatever I am. I always said to myself, because I hated how that felt, that if I had multiples, I would not make the oldest child the parent of the kids. I think that is just, let me be careful, because there are some situations where the mom really does need help. And my mom really needed help. So it's, oh my gosh, again, I have no notes. This is all live and direct raw, okay? There's some moms who really need help, but what I'm saying as I'm thinking this out loud is there's gotta be a way to employ the older siblings to assist the mom while still holding space for emotional and physical safety of the child. There's gotta be a way to do that. And I did not experience that. So what I was gonna say, what I'm saying, this is the Juvia's Place culture palette, is that I would have not made the older child so responsible for the kids, so responsible for the house and whatever else. I would let them be a child. I mean, yes, they should grow up and know how to eventually live on their own. There's a fine balance between that. There's got to be a fine balance between that and not traumatizing your kids. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, I get it. Some parents need help. And again, my mom did need the help. So what the hell? And she knew my personality. So who better to do it than me? And I was the oldest daughter. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, glory to God, honestly. Glory be to God that I have turned out okay. You feel what I'm saying? Let me try to be modest. Okay? I didn't turn out okay. I turned out fantastic. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. You know, I always tell you, big up yourself. Listen, no one else is going to do it. You got to do it. Okay? Because I'm going to do it. I don't have time to be trying to be modest out here in these streets. These streets are cold. Okay? These streets are cold. So I'm going to be bigger than myself. So then when anybody else does it, it's just an add-on. It's just supplemental. It ain't the primary. Okay? It ain't the primary. Look. So those are my thoughts on being an eldest daughter. You know, very healthy, I would say. Very healthy. Not bitter and resentful. Though I've had times where I've been there. Okay? I'm not going to lie about it. I don't give a damn. I'm going to be honest about it. Okay? But praise ye Jehovah. That ain't how I see it right now. Because the Lord is so faithful. The Lord is so faithful. I'm just so grateful that I have and had the personality that could handle all that I experienced, that could handle being emotionally isolated, emotionally, look, I'm processing live and direct. So emotionally isolated that for a while I was also emotionally bankrupt. Now, what does it mean to be emotionally bankrupt? I was really angry. I mentioned that earlier. These clouds and this lighting is getting on my nerves. I was very upset growing up, and when I reflect on why I was so upset, it was because I was so alone. I was so alone. And that was angering to me. I was so unsafe. I felt so unsafe. And that was infuriating to me, because why do I have to live this way? Why do I have to feel so alone? And why do I have to feel and be so unsafe? So yes, you're gonna have a very spicy, irritable young lady. I just thank the Lord for salvation. I thank the Lord for his provision, for his guidance, for his covering. Do you understand me? His covering, his love, listen, for bringing me through. Ooh, look at the clouds acting up. This video is so colorful, ain't it? I'm so annoyed. Ooh, this video is real colorful. Can't do it. Annoyed by it. Can't stand it. Because one thing I'm going to do is testify. I'm going to testify on the Lord and what he has done for me, because my. And the answered prayers, okay? The answered prayers of my mom. Let's talk about her, okay? I'm trying to figure out, I always deepen the crease the same way. It's the same thing every time, okay? You got to get the reddish brown, which really this is more orange. Hello? I stay doing this. What else is there? What other version is there? How else am I supposed to do this? This is the same thing. What do you want from me? Hi. This is can we talk about eyeshadow palettes? I don't buy them anymore. I used to always buy eyeshadow palettes. And I think that there were more eyeshadow palette launches. Are there any eyeshadow palette launches? That's the question, because if they are, I'm missing all of them. I'm missing all of them, doing all this fashion content. I don't know what's going on. Juvia's Place chocolate palette. Does this even exist? I'll link what I can down below. Praise be. And I'm going to go with this brown right here, because the other one is almost black. Let me see. Let's build this up, because I'm going to do something different on my lids. Look at that. It looked a lot lighter than it turns out to be on the eye. Look at that. No, this brown isn't light, but it doesn't. Okay, let me say it conversely. It didn't look as dark. It didn't look like it would come out to be this dark. I like it. So those are my thoughts on being an eldest daughter, honey. I cannot wait to read your comments down below. If you have any positive reflections, any turnaround stories, do you see it a different way? Because I think it's a healthy conversation. Every time I see a video about eldest daughters, whether it's from a mental health professional or a lay person, I'm always so tuned in, because I want to hear about the experiences from other women, okay, who are eldest daughters and how they're getting through it. Oh, there was another thing. Hold on, because I'm not done yet. We're still doing makeup. I was just watching a video today. Her name is Armani, or is it Amani? One of those. And she was saying that one of the things that helped her is that she moved away from home. Yo, that's huge. And I never even thought that, okay, let me do this to help myself out because I'm drowning over here. I never thought about that. But it just so happened that that is the way that God saw fit for me. Because if you don't know, when I finished graduate school 15 years ago, yeah, I've been here 15 years, I was looking for a job and I couldn't find one back in Rhode Island. And I knew I wanted to move away. That I knew. I was like, I'm ready to spread my wings. I'm over this place. I want to go somewhere. So I knew that. But I didn't think I was going to go this far. All the way across the country. That was not the plan. I thought I would be somewhere where I could go home on some weekends or be besides. And that is not how it happened. I am very far away. You might see me once a year. Okay? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So God just saw something different for my life. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it one bit. So I was listening to that video and I'm like, you know what? I hear what she's saying. When you feel so burdened by your family, and when I was in grad school, I wasn't feeling that burden, so don't take this literally, but this is what the video was saying. When you feel so burdened by your family as an eldest daughter, and she was specifically saying that she had hate. She hated what, people or things? I don't know. She had hate in her heart, okay? So she moved. And she was saying how that helped her. And that resonates with me. I resonate with it either way. Resonation is there. Hey, resonation. Not the one from a job. Resonation, not resig. I hear her on that. I hear her because getting away and then starting a new life, offloading some of the burden, because sometimes there's more of a burden when you are close by. What? Yes. Sometimes there's more of a burden when you are close by. Get out of there. Get out, move away. Hopefully the Lord gonna relocate you somewhere else, because sometimes there's more of a burden when you are close by. What color am I doing today? I can't find it. I don't know what I want to do today. So I just love that. So when I think back over my life, I don't want to do red. I'm like, thank God I moved away. That wasn't the plan, but God saw it fit, and I'm so grateful because it changed so much for my life, and I love it. Ooh, Lord, I love it. Yo, to not be in the middle of stuff like I used to find myself in the middle of, to be able to miss out on foolishness. Yeah, because you know how you might be someone who be, you know, you're here for all of it at the cookout, you're here for all of it at the gathering, you know, there's one person doing this and uncle is doing this and auntie is doing this. Look, and it didn't just start now. So when I say at this point, I don't mean literally this point. It's been the point, okay? The point been there. Okay, so at this or that point of life, I don't want to be there. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be in the middle of it. Don't involve me. Don't even call me and tell me. I don't even want to know what happened. I'm not interested. Okay, how about that? I don't want to know. Keep me out of it. Keep me out of it. Don't even tell me. Goodness gracious. It's like, I'm so over all of this. I'm so over all of this garbage. So moving away is just so good. Oh, I love it. And then if situations are really bad, it's a lot easier to not be involved in stuff. No, I can't come. The ticket prices are too high. Oh, I'm gonna be over here. Oh, what are you doing for the holiday? I'm gonna be over here, right? And again, I'm not saying for me. I'm saying for you, if you are an eldest daughter and you be trying to find a way to get out of stuff, the ticket prices are high. They're high. I mean, it depends on where you live, obviously, but listen, no, I can't come, okay? I'm not gonna be there. And I love that versus living nearby and then people feeling entitled to your time and your space. No, you cannot pop up at my house. It's not even an option. I live across the country. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, right? No, you cannot invade my space. You cannot exploit me. You cannot do that. You literally can't do it, and you actually can't do it. I'm so annoyed those are the same things. Either way, you can't do it, okay? And I love that. Look, this is not coming out how I wanted it to be. I'm so annoyed. I didn't even mean to do a cut crease today. I'm trying to do a halo. How the hell did I end up here? I wanted to do a halo. A halo shouldn't be like this. I should have patted it with my nail. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I have not done a halo in so long. And I'm sure you're like, oh, you could still do it. Yeah, I suppose, but this is not how I wanted to get here. Literally, how did we get here? This is not how I wanted to get here. Damn. And this right here that I'm using, I was gonna use, this is the Morphe situation I already showed you. I was gonna use this as a base, but this really is an eyeshadow cream eyeshadow. I'm so annoyed. So this could be the end and the beginning. Wait, yeah, does that make sense? Yep, this could be it. This could be the end all be all. That's not what I wanted to do. but it could be. I am so irritated. Okay, here's the finished look. And I love this lippy. I love the whole look, actually. This just happened upon me, okay? But if you love the look, if you love the topic, give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you follow me here. Follow me on all socials. It's Mena Adubea on all socials. Download the LTK app. It's free. You can follow me and all your favorite creators that are on there as well. All links to what I use are down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the little chit chat. This video was a long one, wasn't it? So thank you for watching, girl. You a real one, okay? Well, you go. I have 2 videos for you to choose from. So watch another one because your girl's putting in work on this channel, okay? I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.